Case over the construction of the D.A. Rajapaksa Memorial and Museum to be taken up daily from October 15. Water levels of the Kalu River on the rise following torrential rainfall. People living on the banks of the river requested to be vigilant. Garbage trucks heading to Kalu attacked yet again. Trump launches US Space Command to address new threats.
Now in your top story, the Department of Irrigation has warned the water levels of the Kalu River are rapidly increasing in Ratnapura as a result of torrential rainfall. Director of Water Management of the Department of Irrigation, Mala Alawathuwala, said the water levels in the Muagama increased by 1 meter on the river gauge. The minor flood level in Muagama, Ratnapura is 6 meters and the present reading is 5.3 meters. The Department of Irrigation has warned the people living on the banks of the Kalu River in Ratnapura to remain vigilant of rising water levels. Reports suggest Gaul and surrounding areas were battered with heavy rains accompanied by gale winds since last night.
ගාල ප්‍රදේශයේ ස්ථාන කිහිපයක්ම ජලයෙන් නැටව ඇති අතර විදුලියද විසන්ධි වී ඇතැයි වාර්තා වනවා.
Several areas in Gaul were flooded and the supply of electricity to certain areas was disrupted. The Met Department said heavy falls about 100 millimeters are likely at some places, particularly in the Sabragamua and western provinces and in the Nuwara Gaul and Mathura districts. It added the windy condition is expected to enhance over the island, particularly in the southern and north central provinces and in the Ratnapura, Kalutara and Trincomalee districts and the central hilly areas up to 60 to 70 kilometers per hour at times. Stones were hurled at garbage trucks transporting garbage from Colombo to Aruwakaru once again early this morning. Today's attack was reported from Vananthavilluwa. The stone attack on garbage trucks this morning caused considerable damage to the front part of one vehicle. Our correspondent said a certain group had hurled stones at the garbage trucks which were moving with police protection. The suspects responsible are yet to be identified and a police investigation is underway. The stones were hurled at garbage trucks proceeding towards Aruwakaru on several previous occasions as well. The permanent High Court trial at Bar today decided to take up the case filed against ex-Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa and 6 others over the construction of the D.A. Rajapaksa Memorial and Museum daily from the 15th of October. The case was taken up in the presence of Justice Sampath Abekun, Sampath Vijayaratna and Champa Janaki Rajaratna of the Colombo-based Permanent High Trial at Bar. The case was filed against Gotabaya Rajapaksa and 6 others over the alleged misappropriation of state funds amounting to 33.9 million rupees during the construction of the D.A. Rajapaksa Museum and Memorial. A Sunday school building for the Veeravila Chaitya Pabbatarama Historic Temple in Thissa Maharama was declared open by the UNP Deputy Leader Minister Sajith Premadasa.
The building was developed by the State Development and Construction Corporation at a cost of 4 million rupees and was constructed as per the request of Venerable Sevanagala Chandimathero. The building was named as Siri Siduhat. We have a group of leaders who speak a lot about Sambuddha Sasana, but have no understanding about it, and they are the ones who limit the 9th article of the Constitution to a simple piece of paper. The other group comprises of leaders who do a great work for the development of Buddhism. The people are aware of that group. We must decide as to which group is more important to this country. The decision can be made in November or December later this year.
November මාසේ December මාසේ ඔබලාට ගැනීමේ අවස්ථාව එළදෙනවා.
In more local news, a media briefing was convened in Ahaliagoda yesterday, requesting that Minister Sajith Premadasa be named as the candidate for the upcoming presidential election. The media briefing was convened by the former opposition leader of the Ahaliagoda Pradesh Sabha.
At present, there is only one leader who has a mandate of a majority of Sri Lankans and who will protect UNP loyalists, and that is none other than Minister Sajith Premadasa. Therefore, the UNP should put forward Sajith Premadasa as their candidate for the upcoming presidential election. We urge the leader of the UNP do not delay this matter any further. Sajith Premadasa is the guardian of all Sri Lankans.
සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මැතිතුමා
Convener of the National Council, Venerable Ulapane Sumangalathera, filed a complaint with the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption today. The complaint was filed against Ministers Rishad Bathyudeen, Lakshman Kiriyalla and Rauf Hakeem.
Rishad Badurdin Amattiwaraya COP.
It was revealed in COP, Lak Satosa allocated 1.5 million rupees for advertising monthly for Minister Rishad Bathyudeen's channel. Allocating public funds to an institution owned by him can be witnessed as misappropriation of public funds. It was revealed at the Presidential Commission Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla had given appointments for a large group of people for the post of public relation officers at the RDA and letters carried the signature of his daughter, who is also his private secretary. Minister Rauf Hakeem had violated the financial regulations to provide salaries to the value of 160 million rupees to 85 employees of the National Water Supply and Drainage Board. Interestingly, the monthly allowance of 35 of them was 250,000 rupees. The complaint was filed seeking legal action be instituted against them.
අපි මේ ආයතනයට ඇවිල්ලා ෆැමිලි කරන්නට යෙදුනේ.
Still in your local news, the governor of the Central Province, Kirti Tennakun, inspected the Thekkavatta garbage yard in Katugastota. The governor inspected the yard based on a request made by the area residents who allege 150 tons of garbage is dumped in the area and they are facing severe environmental issues. The governor expressed the following views after he inspected the site.
මේ කුණු කන්ද ප්‍රශ්න කීපයක් තියෙන බව ඉතා පැහැදිලි.
It is clear there are issues surrounding this garbage yard. One is that the garbage was dumped without following a proper method. I see the issues are mitigated up to a certain extent by unloading sand on top of the garbage. Second issue is about recycling the garbage that is dumped in this area. There are many identified experimental methods for recycling. If we can get into recycling, it will not be a difficult task to convert this garbage into compost.
මේ කාබනික අපද්‍රව්‍ය කොම්පෝස්ට් බවට පත් කර ගැනීම ඉච්චර අමාරු වැඩක් නෙවෙයි.
Two people were killed in an accident that took place in Dangkotua when a three-wheeler and a private bus collided. The accident took place when a private bus travelling towards Giriulla collided with a three-wheeler travelling towards Nigambo. Unable to control its speed, the bus crashed into a nearby shop. The victims were identified as D.K. Jaikodi, a mother of two and a resident of Dummalakotua, and H.A. Ranjit, a father of two and a resident of Dangkotua. Following the accident, the driver of the bus was arrested. The Dangkotua police have launched further investigation into the incident. The Government Medical Officers Association convened a media briefing yesterday.
Minister Rajendra Senaratne is disturbed. There is a huge shortage of the medicines at the hospitals across the country. At the Presidential Commission, it was revealed there is malpractice surrounding the importation of cancer drugs to the country. The respective director said medicine would reach the country next week. But the Director of Supplies admits there is a shortage of medicine at the cancer hospital in Maharagama. This situation is now proven before the people. In order to rectify this issue, we request labs be established to provide an assurance of the standard of the medicine imported to the country. There is no point in receiving awards if the health minister cannot do this. If the government hospitals cannot simply provide the necessary medication to the innocent people who come to them, there is no point in having a health ministry.
Today marks the 12th consecutive day of the Gum at the Village Forum.
The Gum at the Village Forum commenced from the Kilinochchi town today. Another Gum at the team visited the Rangan village in Kilinochchi today. The Gum at the Village Forum was organized in the Rangan village while many people presented their issues.